Magandang buhay! Pagka-aaralan natin ngayon ay Introduction to Rational Number. A rational number is any number that can be written in the form a over b, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. So rational number can be either integer, like positive, negative, and 0, and non-integer like decimal, percent, and fraction. Now, let's begin with integer. So, in our number line, from 0 going to the right, we have positive integer. And positive integers are all rational numbers. Example, we have 7, and we all know that 7 can be represented as 7 over 1. Next is 4. It can be expressed as 4 over 1. And 2 can be expressed as 2 over 1. Next is from 0 going to the left are all negative integers. Negative integers are all rational numbers. Example, negative 3. It can be expressed as negative 3 over 1. Negative 7 can be expressed as negative 7 over 1. And negative 5 can be expressed as negative 5 over 1. So as we see, both positive and negative integers are all rational numbers because the value of a and b are all integers. But is 0 a rational number? Remember, 0 divided by any number is 0. For example, we have 0 over 1, 0 over negative 3, and 0 over 5. Again, our numerator here are all 0, but the denominator are all integers, making this as rational number. Since 0 is a rational number and 1 is also an integer. Next is decimal. Terminating decimals are decimals with finite number of digits. Example, you have 1/10 or 0.1. So 1 here is in tenths place. And it can be expressed as 1 over 10. And we have 13 hundredths. It can be expressed as 13 over 100. As we all know, the ratio of a and b here are both integer, making terminating decimal as rational number. Next example is repeating decimal. Example, you have 0.8. So you see the line at the top of 8. We call that as vinculum, which means 8 can be repeated itself indefinitely. So we have 0.888 and we have ellipsis, which means it can be repeated indefinitely. So we can represent this as 8 over 9. How do we get 9 here? So we subtract 1 from 10 since 8 is in tenths place. Okay, next we have 9 hundredths. Again, the vinculum is in 9, meaning we will repeat 9 indefinitely. So it is equal to 0.0999 and so on. And since 9 is in a hundredths place, we express this as 9 over 99. We subtract 1 from 100 since 9 here is in tenths place. Next, fraction. first, we have proper fraction. So if numerator is less than b, that is proper fraction. Example, we have 3/5 and 1/6, where the ratio of a and b are both integers. Next is improper fraction, where a is greater than b. Example is 4/3 and 7/2. Both a and b here are integers, making this improper fraction as rational number. Next is mixed number, 1 and 1/3. Again, when you say mixed number, there is a whole number 1 and there is a fraction combined together. So how do we get the fraction from the mixed number given? So we will just multiply 3 times 1, that is 3, plus 1, that is 4. So we have here 4/3. We just copy the denominator 3. Next is 7 and 4/5. So here we will multiply 5 and 7, that is 35, plus 4, we have 39/5. Lastly, we have 2 and 1/4. Again, we will multiply denominator 4 by the whole number 2, that is 8, plus 1, that is 9, and copy the denominator 4. So as you see, proper, improper, and mixed number have a ratio wherein a and b are both integer, making fraction as rational number. Next is percent. So when you say percent, it is referring to ratio of a fraction of 100. It is represented by this symbol percent. Example, we have 30%, which is equal to 30 per 100. Or we have 50%, which is equal to 50 per 100, or 50/100. Next, we have 80%, which is equal to 80/100. Now let's see. A half can be expressed as follows. In fraction, we have 1/2. And in decimal, we express this as 0.5. And in percent, we represent this as 50%. Now, let us have practice. The direction is determine the rational numbers. For number 1, we have positive 20. And that is rational number, since 20 is a positive integer. Next, number 2, we have square root of 25. If we reduce this, square root of 25 is equal to 5. And 5 is a positive integer, making this as rational number. For number 3, we have this symbol pi, and it is equal to 3.14, and so on. And it is not a rational number, since we cannot express this as a ratio of a and b, where a and b are integer. Number 4 is correct, rational number. 5 is rational number. 6, 2/3, correct, that is a rational number, since 2/3 is a fraction. Number 7 is square root of 2. That is not rational number because it cannot be expressed as a ratio of a and b, where a and b is not an integer. Next, Number 8, you have 2.3, where 3 has pendulum, that is rational number. Next, for number 9, we have 5.81, that is decimal, rational number. And for the last one, we have this mixed number. We can express this as improper fraction, making this as rational number. Thank you for watching.